Shot, you will just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry.
EXANDERE.
That was invigorating.
Hamilton, go get your tickets. Oh, wait, you can't. Well, time's come. I'm gonna put it right next to Jimi Hendrix's peace sign.
Hey, kids!
I'm Em.
I'm Des.
And this is Saul. Welcome to our second installment of Get Down with the Breakdown. Today's episode is brought to you by, drumroll please, the United States Electoral College! Ah, yes. This shit doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us, so let's figure it out. Maybe? Maybe.
Well, at the Constitutional Convention of 1787, the OG homies came up with what they thought was a master plan to increase participation and excitement in politics, give the states with lower population additional leverage in the process by providing them with senatorial electors, preserve the presidency as independent of Congress, and generally insulate the election process to, prevent political manipulation.
How do states determine how many electors they have? They rely on the number of members within the Senate and the House of Representatives within each state.
Oh my, do these make me look smart?
Sure does.
Each state gets 2 senators, so each state gets 2 senatorial electors, no matter the population. This is so our buds up north in New Hampshire have a fighting chance against the smoggy and overpopulated California. The range in the numbers of House of Representatives is based on the state's population. The higher the state population, the higher number of electors that state receives. So, for big-ass states such as our own California, we have 53 representatives, meaning 53 electors. And that, with our 2 senatorial electors, there you have it. 55 electors for the state of California.
California.
Math. Oh my god, my eyes. Who gets to pick the faces of these sexy electors? They are chosen by the states in such manner as the legislature thereof may direct. Basically, political parties from each state get to decide what qualifies you to receive or not to receive your acceptance letter from the weirdest place of higher learning, the United States Electoral College.
The only rule that must be followed by each individual state is that the only persons prohibited from serving are senators, representatives, and persons holding an office of trust or profit under the United States. None of that apply to you?
Then come one, come all, and be an elector.
Wondering how to get there?
Some are mayors, some are members of the state assembly, and then you got the randos. Just kidding. They're not random. These people dedicate their days to putting rallies together, attending conventions, and running campaigns in different states.
So here's where things can get shady. You can become an elector even if you're buddy-buddy with someone higher up, being senators, representatives, presidential candidates. Did you get chosen because you have a mad crush on your political party? Or because you were sent tons of gifts to make sure that your vote sways one way? The world may never know. It's the gifts. It was the gifts.
In order to ensure that electors don't band together with other electors in their respective parties and start the second biggest popularity contest brawl after that which is the Great Burn Book Battle of Mean Girls. The electors just assemble in their respective states and cast their ballots as a state unit as opposed to meeting in a central location.
A majority of electoral votes are required to elect the president and the vice president, a requirement intended to ensure the broad acceptance of a winning candidate. If electors cannot pull their shit together and get enough electoral votes to a single presidential candidate, resulting in a tie, the House of Representatives steps in and saves the day for once. And the Senate does the same for the vice president. This hasn't happened in 50 years, but today could be the day.
So what's the significance of your vote, you might be asking yourself? That's a really tough cookie to crumble.
And happy birthday!
Your vote totes matters!
Prior to the election, each political party chooses a slate of hand-picked electors, aka potential BFFs for each state. Once a candidate wins the popular vote in a state, that candidate's slate goes into effect. In all states, except for Maine and Nebraska, there is a winner-takes-all system. That means that if one candidate receives even 51% of the popular vote, that candidate receives all of the electoral votes. Once this is all settled, the electors almost always vote for their political party come December.
Some states have fines for faithless electors who vote against the popular vote and the party that they are affiliated with. So just don't do that.
This is not the time to blindside your fellow Americans. Hey, you know what? We know how we felt after Ben blindsided JoJo after saying he loved her on The Bachelor. Okay? In this season finale of Bachelor America, electors, you keep your roses. And just make the right vote. Or you could propose to us with a ring valued at $100,000.
Just kidding, we're not open to negotiations.
I mean, I might be open for negotiations.
Moving on.
Okay.
In short, yes, your vote matters, especially in battleground states that are not really leaning towards Republican or Democrat. If you don't help increase the popular vote in your state, then your state might not put forth the electors that you were hoping for, thus producing a nightmare presidency, which at the state of things might happen anyways.
And if you didn't listen to our first episode of Get Down with a Breakdown on how easy it was to mail in your ballot, then look up where your polls are.
Because everything aside, we had the ability to vote a woman in a major political party into presidency. And that's pretty fucking rad.
It's rad.
It's rad.
It's fucking rad.
Everything aside.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to all our pages.
Hopefully you voted, so you get a cool sticker like us.
I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of gold, trying to